everybody, this is Sebo, and on this video I'm gonna show you the DV Mark Multiamp. This is the DV Mark state-of-the-art digital product. It's an amp and cab simulator, it's a stereo multi-effects processor, and it also features a 250 watts per channel power amp, so it can replace your amp and effects guitar rig. The purpose of this video is to show you an easy way to approach the multi-amp. So I'm gonna talk to you about the main things you need to know to start using it and to quickly create your presets. So first of all, let's have a look at the front and back panels.
Controls are pretty easy. We have an analog approach on the left side, with the pad option to properly match the input signal with the instrument we are using, the amp channels selection, the parameter knobs, and the cab simulator direct access. On the right side, we have the display and all the dedicated buttons and knobs to access the menu of the various amps, effects, utilities, and so on. On the back panel, we have the cabinet output section with the jack stereo sockets and a single bridge mono speak-on connection. Below that, we have both the XLR and jack line outputs, where you can take the multi-amp signal to send it to an external power amp or straight to the PA. On these output sides, we have the ground lift switch and the -10 or +4 dB output level switch. Moving on the right, we have the USB port to connect your multi-amp to your computer for remote editing, the MIDI in and through ports, and the effects loop connections. The signal chain is based on 8 slots that you can manage as you prefer. You can place the amp simulation in any of them, depending on how many free slots you wanna have before and after it. For example, you could place a compressor, an overdrive or a distortion in front of it, then a modulation effect, delay and reverb after it, as if they were actually connected to the amp effects loop. As we saw before, we actually have a physical effects loop on the back panel. That means you can use a slot for it to insert an external effect in your signal chain and just activating this slot whenever you need in any preset. When you create a preset, first of all, you have to move using the scroll buttons on the slot you wanna place the amp simulation on, activate it, and then select amp in the options. After that, you simply push the channel 1, 2 or 3 button, that mean clean rhythm or lead amp channels simulation, on the left side of the front panel, depending on the type of sound you're looking for. Every time you select a channel, you get all the amp simulations made to create that tone. After setting your amp tone, you can decide what you wanna add in front or after the amp. So for example, let's say I wanna add an overdrive on slot 2. So I select it as I did with the amp, and I scroll the effect list to find what I need. Once I made my choice, I can easily enter the effect parameters to tweak them as I need using the scroll buttons and value knob. Now let's say I wanna have a chorus and a delay after the amp, so I'm gonna select slot 4. I find my chorus and I set it properly. Same thing for the delay that I'm gonna place on slot 5. Same procedure. Consider slot 8 is always reserved to the cab simulator that you can exclude but not remove from the effects chain. Being a pretty useful feature, we have also a faster one-touch direct access to this function, as I said before. Once we've finished editing our tone, we can store and name it using one of the 5 user banks available. We can also save our preset banks on an external SD card, so we can bring our tones with us to use on any multi-amp we find around the world, or to share our presets with other multi-amp users.
Just about that, I invite you to visit the Multiamp website, where you can download users and artist presets, you can deeply learn any feature and function of the Multiamp, and you can get support on any problem you could have.
Now I wanna briefly let you listen to a few tones you can get with the Multiamp to let you realize how complete and versatile it is. The multi-amp I used on this video is the stereo model, but you can also check out the multi-amp mono version and the multi-amp stereo Frank Gambale. We made also a dedicated compact MIDI pedal board and a very nice bag to let you carry your multi-amp everywhere.
I hope this video has been helpful for you to understand how to quickly use and edit the DV Mark Multiamp. I invite you to personally check it out at your local dealer to feel under your fingers how it sounds like. Thank you for watching. Ciao!